to Kyland, and he was like, hell no. He hasn't brought anything up like that to me.
Oh, I thought it was Kyland.
So that means it would have to be, but he have to be Brent.
So,
but is it? I don't know. He seems too cool, like chilling too.
But I also could see like Brent is like, I could see Brent volunteering himself though too. Like I could see Brent being like, yeah, I'll be a pawn.
that's a good dude.
Yeah. So like I'd be okay with Brent being a pawn, and I think he would be safe. Like I wouldn't want Brent to go home. You know what I mean? So like,
I think so.
I like the idea of Derek X and Travis.
just put them both up.
Not saying for like my sake of I'm not on there, but like I haven't really talked to Travis at all.
I didn't, when I talked to Frenchie, I don't ever want him to have to say a name because I don't want him to feel trapped. I just try to.
Full Whitney's team, Travis, Big D, Frenchie. Just before I forgot.
What?
Full Whitney's
Travis, Big D.
Travis, Whitney.
Isn't that everyone but?
No, because Oz is not. Claire's not. Brittany's not.
They're all
What
like
about Lil D?
sitting
Hannah's
there
not.
by the hammock.
I couldn't
Wait, Big D's there?
Yeah,
Okay, I ain't worried.
I know.
But
Yeah, I like Big D. Like
D.
working with.
thank
guys,
you. Yeah.
To work with wise, I like him.
I like Big D.
No, we're all in the
So
I like
what?
him, and I like Kylan.
I love Kylan. I feel really good about Kylan.
Agreed.
I feel like he's the type too, like I can just trust him. Like I feel like he's not gonna be doing anything sneaky.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, yeah. No, I get the same vibes from Kylie.
I'll tell.
I'm putting
Yeah,
knee
'cause
pad
I've
on,
been
dude.
able to,
My knee freaking hurts.
Well, I feel better now that you're safe.
yeah.
It just keeps scratching on. These things are not.
These things are rough.
That's why I put on pants tonight, because like this, like my thighs like stick to this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like trying to like, and I'm like peeling my skin like off, like just to move around.
Yeah. So yeah, I was talking to her earlier because I spoke with Frenchie tonight one-on-one. I think I got him back on the right path. When I talked to Frenchie, I never want him to give me specific names, but like from our conversation, I can kind of
Tell.
deduce who he's looking at, which Christian already said. And so for me, I was like, okay. When he started to go back, I knew you guys had already told me, like, he gave me his word. I was safe, and you said something similar. So when he was talking about going back on it, I was like, all right, come back around, Frenchie. Like, come back.
Wait, he's trying to go back on.
He was starting to go back on his word.
Did you
Oh,
hear?
with the no girls.
Yeah.
He came up to you before you came back. He came to the hammock and was like,
Pawn,
he
right?
needs a pawn.
Yeah.
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 This is what I would tell everyone in this room to do at some point tomorrow. It doesn't even have to be like a formal meet. Just let him know, like, hey, if you keep your word with me this week, next week, I got you. Because that's what he's most paranoid about right now.
Next week.
He's worried about next week. He's worried about if he makes a move, are people going to be there to have his back next week when he can't compete?
Right.
Good to know.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay.
100% I have his back.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I feel like I didn't address that enough
Exactly.
when I talked one on
You
one.
could have. He could have been like, "You're good," and you could have been like, "Thank you."
And
Now's the time to let him
should have
know.
been like, yeah.
I got your back next week.
Okay.
That's what
I
he wants.
unintentionally told him that. So
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, you did? Like,
I
the
did that.
team or
I,
you?
I unintentionally was like, yeah, you're safe. You're good. Like
Yeah.
I'm competing next week.
Yeah.
Like because you can't and you're good.
Exactly.
I know, and I need to like say that more. Like, I'm not thinking when I'm talking to him.
I know.
I'm like,
I
so
need to
like,
say
okay,
that.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
How did your
that-
talk go with him?
He was there for the.
Yeah.
What he's saying is the same talk I
Yeah.
because
Oh, really?
we were
Yeah.
there together.
It was just. I just need to like kind of sit him down and just talk with him. Just like, all right, you're worried about going back on your word with these people, but you're also worried about like backlash with the people that you're considering. I was like, if you give your word to like what I'm hearing, at least 50 people. So
Yeah.
maybe keep the 50 happy and let all of us deal with, the 2 or 1 upset, as opposed to making, maybe 25 of the 50 unhappy, and now you got to deal with both.
Well, we gotta talk to him because why do we need pawns necessarily? Why do we need 2
No.
pawns?
That's what I talked to him
I
about.
think he's so
So,
big about this game. And
I've already talked to him about that tonight. Like there was a
One
time-
at most, if necessary.
No, I
He
talked to
really
him
liked
about
the
the
back
hammock tonight. Just me and him. After everyone had kind of already talked, because I wanted to talk to him by himself. And I got him back on the path because the reason he wanted to backdoor was to try to like keep, just to like he wanted the pawn so he could backdoor. It's kind of a fun big brother move, you know, and like it was going to be a little. There's kind of some scenery to it. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, dude,
I think
fuck that noise.
I think it's the
Put
super
them
fan
up.
in him that
Put
wants
the-
to
yeah.
do that.
I was like, put them up and make sure you have assurances from everyone that she's protected and you're good. And he was like, okay, that way
It almost
that's way
doesn't.
better.
Right. It almost doesn't
And
matter.
it benefits him to do that. And he's back on that path.
Okay.
Now it's just important to make sure he stays on that path.
So he's on the path with.
Putting both of them up immediately, no backdoor.
Okay.
I think it was like the super fan in him wanting to do that and
Yeah.
not really thinking.
I'm fine with
If
that.
you want no blood on your hands, you don't want to nominate 3 people.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you don't want to do.
And then
it.
also when it comes
Whoever's
like
in that veto competition better work
yeah,
because actually it doesn't matter if one of them win.
that's the whole point of putting both of them up because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
It does matter in the sense that then he needs to have a pawn conversation.
Mhm.
Then, if one of them wins,
Truthfully, I prefer one to go home over the other of those two,
yeah, I know.
of Derek and
of Derek and Travis.
are you keeping that to yourself or?
Well, probably best. But regardless, one goes home. It's a matter of 2 weeks though.
He just went right back to something else.
But it's a matter of 2 weeks. Who's not out this week? It's just next week, hopefully.
Yeah.
Production.
And the only reason
It'd be like moving chairs and shit. I don't know what it is.
reason
Never come in.
like I prefer one over the other is because I was told this person's throwing my name out. That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it's like he threw the first punch where it's like, all right,
Yeah, but we
Now
want
I
to have
have-
your back too. you
right,
know?
right.
Because
Exactly.
if they're coming after you, that's like
Right, that's
our
true. So you
team.
really should know.
Yeah,
So
I mean we're a team.
between the two, Derek, I prefer to go.
Well, that's good to know, you know, because if he's coming after you, like, that ruins our team too.
Yeah, he's just. I haven't heard it, but it's evident because we haven't spoken a word to each other
Really?
since a single like conversation has came up about nominations. We haven't spoken to each other because that's when I started hearing he's throwing my name out there, that type, and it was like right before I went out on to compete. And then when I came back and he said to you, like
You
you
don't
said,
know what he was saying, like, or he was just like,
no,
just calling
because
your name.
Frenchie's not saying. He's like, your name's thrown out. I'm not saying what it is, but and he said he heard from a few different sources, but he's not doing any names, which is smart. I just know that Derek is coming from me based on what I'm hearing, so he's got to go.
Yeah, and I don't even see Travis as a threat. I feel like he's still just chilling,
Right, I
having
think
fun.
he's
I think
chilling.
he's really just here to have fun right now. You
Like
know?
I think if
I like both of them, but like I'm okay with either of them going. If Derek's coming after you, then he has to.
yeah,
go.
yeah.
and I see him more as a threat for his social media.
Between the two of them, before all this like he said my name stuff came up, I would have preferred Derek anyways because I think Travis is just chilling.
I think he's chilling and he's not a threat right now. Yeah,
Like Travis is tight with Derek, but then Derek's gone. Travis will he's gonna hook onto someone else. Like
and we can always like
Derek
talk
is
to
gonna
Travis
scramble.
and be like, listen, like we got your back this
I don't
week.
think
is
we
smart.
should say anything. To
Travis is chilling, but Travis is smart. I was playing pool with Travis tonight, and he's more insightful than I think a lot of people are giving him credit for.
Doesn't he have like a business too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure he is.
Travis is very intelligent. He's got the surfer look. Don't let that
I
kind of
think
fool you.
Big Brother intelligence though.
Yeah, I'm saying
Big Brother
He's got that.
intelligence
Really?
more than Derek.
He was asking the right question.
Did he think we were talking about him? By the way, we were like all.
I
I
asked him
already
that. He
talked
said when
about
we,
that.
he said
You
that when we
giggling.
were giggling. I was like, no. Sarah Beth was like, all right, let's all laugh at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
That was me.
That
I
was
just wanted
me.
to sow some paranoia. I looked over there.
She
you
said
were
out of
like,
nowhere too.
Schemer.
We were like
But
all
yeah.
whispering
Who was
about
that?
it
Who was
was
that too? Like
It was us, Hannah,
and Claire.
and Claire. Yeah,
But
we were just,
like they were
talking.
playing pool, but we were like talking about
pond
him coming up and talking about the pond thing, and she's
Yeah.
like, "Let's all just giggle at the same time. 1, 2, 3." And we're
So
like
we
laughing.
just like laughed really.
they
loud.
wouldn't turn.
Yeah.
They were see, yeah, because they
That's
thought we
like
were
they-
talking
I
about.
was like, if they're giggling, I hope they say good things. They're like, oh, he's got a little butt. I'm like, no, don't laugh at that. It's rude. But yeah, so with Travis, I don't underestimate him.
But between the two, I said I prefer Derek.
Derek.
Do you prefer Travis over Derek?
No. I'm not saying
I
that.
prefer
I'm just
Derek.
saying,
I feel like it's a better social
yeah,
game.
I'm just saying, don't completely disregard.
I'd prefer week
chilling.
1, week 2.
I'm not
those two.
disregarding anybody at this point.
Yeah, like I wouldn't underestimate him. Is what I'm saying. He's definitely more intelligent than I think. He's sitting back.
He could be. That could be a strategy. Kind of just sitting back,
100%.
acting like he doesn't
Yeah.
know.
No, and I
Not
could
like
see
we
that.
haven't
I
seen
could
it
see
before on past
it would
seasons.
work for him.
Exactly.
It seems like it would work for him.
Yeah, it sucks because that kid is. I like Derek. He's a good kid.
Derek.
He's a good kid. But
See, I have
yours.
I've only had bad.
He came at you.
Yep.
So you got to. But that's why.
Yeah, so you're kind of like, eh.
Yeah.
Good
And
kid.
now
Like,
it's like him and I
no,
have
too
the
much.
same humor, and now it's like I kind of want to step away. From
You and
him.
you and Derek vibe too.
Yeah, we vibe, but now it's
And
like
I
I
see
don't want to
that.
make that a threat on me. So I'm kind of just
I
gonna
know.
step
right,
away.
I was scared to mention that to you because you guys vibe sometimes. I'm like,
Yeah, but there's personal friends and there's game. I told myself I'm
'Cause I
not
was a
making
little
shit
nervous, like, I
personal.
didn't know how you would feel about it.
No, I don't talk game with him. He just has the same humor as me.
It's just so hard to tell in the house too. Like you can't tell who's talking game
yeah,
and
because
who's just like
I don't
shooting
hear your
through.
conversations. I just see. I'm like, all right, they're vibing. That's it.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
I
Like
can't
we
mention.
literally just have the same humor. And also like when I saw him and he was super talkative, I was like, yo, he's definitely a social threat because he's making everyone laugh.
The good thing, I'm just so happy that Frenchie's on the same page because he's taking out my biggest threat. And like that's not my job. I mean,
I honestly think you winning that competition
I think that
was
was
a game
huge.
changer this week because I
really
he
think
was coming after you. I think Frenchie was, and then you got safety, so he was forced to work with you instead. Now he's getting out someone who's coming after you, so
it's
it
very
totally worked in your
possible.
favor.
I don't think he was coming after Christian.
You don't think so?
No.
I think maybe.
You think maybe?
I mean, he wasn't
did
making
not say-
names.
like he never said your name to me, but he said he was coming after a boy and he wanted a strong, like